Good day, my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. And if you are watching this channel for the first time, please, I encourage you to subscribe so that you'll be hearing latest news and be up to date. So this video today I present to you is about the police officer whose wife chopped off his manhood. She chopped off his manhood, and then the man, when he saw that his wife chopped off his manhood, he's not going to make it, he's not going to survive. So he decided to carry machete and hacked her, to butcher her, and both of them died. So you can see this thing happened in Nigeria between the police officer, and they say that the story says that the police officer, you are going to see the real video. The real video, I'm going to play it. The police officer has been suspecting his wife. He's thinking of her, of infidelity with other men outside. So he has been putting her on track. So one day he came back, on this fateful day, he came back. When he came back, he saw his son. He asked his son, "Where is your mom?" And his son told him where the mom went. He said that she went out, and the man has been suspecting her because he has been trailing her until she waited, and something led to something, and something led to something. And then that day again, later on, the woman came, he asked her, she denied it. So they went in to sleep. So in the process or something like that, you hear the story. So I'm not getting it, don't mind me. The story is in another way around. It's in another way around. The woman has been suspecting the man. You understand? She's suspecting the man. And so anyhow, what this story is teaching you is that just try and be true and be faithful. Be faithful to your partner, no matter how. Once you have taken that oath, once you have taken that vow, look at now, this family, they have died and then they left this child alone. So who will take care of the child? So please, this is a lesson that this channel is always teaching. Please learn the right thing so that you don't do everything anyhow, and then you die and leave your children just like that. So just
on the evening of Monday, February 17th, 2025, Mr. Caleb Leramo had a chat with his son regarding the whereabouts of his mother. The boy told him that she had gone out and that she would be back soon. For some reason, Mr. Caleb had a doubt about the response given to him by his son, and then asked the boy to tell him the truth, to which he repeated that his mother went out and that she would be back soon. The young son was aware of the tension between his parents, and this may have sparked some curiosity in him. The boy asked his father if he was fighting with his mother, but Mr. Caleb did what every father would do. He tried to protect his son's innocence by assuring him that they were not fighting, but rather they were playing. However, he went on to promise the boy that before he dies, he will tell him everything that has been going on between him and his mother. Mr. Caleb may have said this to his son with the belief that when the time comes for him to finally reveal their marital troubles to their son, he must have already grown into an adult. Little did he know that the promise he just made was one he wouldn't live beyond the next day to fulfill. When Mrs. Taiwo Leramo finally returned home, she prepared food for the family before leaving the house once again to check on her children's sick grandma. According to the son, Mr. Caleb did not eat since his wife was not around. The son didn't eat either since he was wondering if his mother had left home that day because she fought with his father. They, however, waited for her to return some minutes after 9 p.m. before they finally had their dinner. After sharing a meal as a family, Mr. and Mrs. Caleb began cracking jokes and telling funny stories to their kids. They were also talking to each other just like any loving couple would do. Everything seemed fine, but the only thing standing between their joyful moments and the looming tragedy was time. In just a few hours, a storm would descend, one powerful enough to shatter their family beyond repair. As their fun moments continued, Mr. Caleb was said to have gone into his bedroom to carry his Bible and pray. It is not clear if the wife joined him in the prayer session, but after he was done, he returned to join his family. It was at this point that the son asked his mom to come join them in their bedroom, to which Mr. Caleb objected and then asked the son to go to bed. The young boy listened to his father, wished his parents good night, and went to bed, completely unaware that this would be the last time he would ever say those words to them. If he had known what was coming, maybe he would have lingered a little longer, held on to that moment, and soaked in the warmth of their voices. But life doesn't offer such warnings, and so, with a heart full of innocence, he and his siblings drifted off to sleep, unaware that by morning, their world would never be the same again. Since he usually left for school early, the boy woke up before his younger siblings, only to hear his parents shouting and the sound of a cutlass coming out of their bedroom. He quickly woke his sister, who then joined him in rushing down to their parents' bedroom. On getting there, they realized that the door had been locked from inside. The sister quickly carried a stool and attempted to break the door, but to no avail. The brother then ran down to their neighbor's house to call them that early morning. When the neighbors got to the house, they forced the door to the bedroom open and then met Mr. Caleb lifeless, with his manhood missing from his body. The wife was also unresponsive and had sustained a brutal injury on the head. The state of both the bedroom and the couple were just too graphic to describe in this video. The couple was rushed to the hospital, where they were both confirmed dead by the doctor on duty and their corpse deposited in the mortuary pending further examination and investigation. The Ekiti State Police Command were called to the crime scene around 7 a.m. that Tuesday morning, where they conducted their preliminary investigations. Detectives recovered a blood-stained cutlass from the bedroom, which was suspected to have been used during the attack. Mr. Caleb Leramo was an assistant superintendent of police in the Ekiti State Police Command. He was said to have been a prosecutor who worked majorly with magistrate courts in the area he was assigned to. His friends described him as a brave man who was focused and also dedicated to his work as a prosecutor. It is not known how long Mr. Caleb had been married to Taiwo, but they had 4 children between them. Trouble started in their marriage after Mr. Caleb suspected his wife of being involved in extramarital affairs. As a police officer, he was said to have started monitoring his wife's movements until he finally caught her red-handed in the act. He was said to have been angered by the discovery, which made him arrest his wife's lover. However, at the police station, Mr. Caleb was told to release his wife's lover and rather find a way to sort out the infidelity issue with his wife, which he did. Unfortunately, the trust between them was already broken, and their marriage was said to have never remained the same again. The couple was reported to have been encountering one issue or the other, which eventually resulted in the tragic incident of that Tuesday morning. Nobody knows for sure what led to the brutal fight between the couple that night. However, an investigation has shown that Mrs. Taiwo allegedly drugged the food she served her husband the previous day when they were having dinner as a family, and that the substance had weakened him, thereby giving her the opportunity to detach his manhood. Unfortunately, Mr. Caleb, being a trained fighter, gathered his final strength and fought back with a cutlass, inflicting serious injuries on his wife. Both of them tragically passed away that night, leaving behind a sight and a scene that was too devastating to put into words. A video of the couple is available on our Telegram channel, which you can access through the link in the description or by searching for Tony Talks Crime on Telegram. In the end, this was a tragedy that could have been avoided, a story of love turned sour, trust shattered beyond repair, and anger that spiraled into a nightmare. What began as a simple suspicion ended in irreversible devastation, leaving behind 4 innocent children to pick up the pieces of a past they had no control over. Now, they are not only orphans, but also witnesses to a horror no child should ever have to endure. It was heartbreaking listening to their brave young son recount the events of that fateful night, knowing fully well that the images of what he saw would likely haunt him forever. Perhaps, if different choices had been made, if wounds had been healed instead of deepened, this family would have had a different fate. But life is unpredictable, and in one single night, everything changed forever. Tragedies like this serve as a grim reminder of the dangers of unresolved conflict and unchecked emotions. In moments of anger and betrayal, people often make irreversible decisions that destroy not just themselves, but everyone around them. While no one prays for a broken home, sometimes walking away is the only way to prevent an even worse ending. Now, a family that once ate and laughed together has been reduced to silence, their story serving as a cautionary tale and lesson on how fragile love, trust, and human emotions can be.
So we now fast and go to this house and carry and tell all those boys and they come. So we are now, so all those that boys now push the door, yes, and they carry cutlass and remove the door. When they now open, we saw my daddy and my mom died and they are gone. Then I rush my mommy to the hospital. I don't know. I know my mommy is coming back. It's coming back to me. So yeah.
Let me know your thoughts on this case in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more true crime stories. Thank you for watching and stay safe.